Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Stacy. So this is going to be a true crime episode. I just did one on anxiety, and I try to keep them separate unless it has something to do with the case. Um, so I wanted to talk a little bit about the Murdoch appeal. I mentioned it the other day. I'm not surprised the appeal was granted. I think Becky Hill definitely threw a monkey wrench into it, and the 404B evidence that 404 evidence in general, which probably should not have come in, let alone should they have spent half the trial talking about the financial crimes, because I watched the trial, and I'm not going to second guess the jury. I wasn't there, and I do think Alex's story does not make sense. I think he knows a lot more than he's saying, but I don't think, as I said, I think in my last video, I don't think he was in the physical health to have committed those killings by himself. At least not the way we're being told by the police that it was committed. SLED did not do a good investigation. I mean, when you start looking into the Mallory Beach death and the Stephen Smith stuff, which I know they keep trying to blame on the Murdochs, I think it makes good content. I think it gets people views. I don't think there's evidence there, and I feel bad for Sandy Smith because his death wasn't investigated at the time. And how do you go back 5-6 years later onto a dark road with no witnesses? I mean, I feel bad, but I don't think there's any way they can go back and actually try to figure out what happened in Stephen's case. I know he was doing some late night activities that probably were not in his own best interest. So that may have led to his death, and obviously, if I was Sandy, I would not want to think about that. I'd want to reject that and just think he was attacked because of his choice of lifestyle, or however you want to phrase it. But he wasn't in the normative population for that rural small town in South Carolina. Let's put it that way, and he was quite open about it. And so that's kind of been rumors, but that's just that. It's not about. And even if it was solid speculation is just that. It's not about what you know, it's about what you can prove in court. So you actually have to have evidence. But in terms of Alex's case, I do look forward to watching the new trial, because I'm hoping if Creighton Waters tries the case, he actually puts on some evidence that shows that Alec, and only Alex, is the one that committed the murder. Because I've never felt like, initially it was a conspiracy charge, then it was dropped to just him alone, and I've never thought he could do it alone. But please like and subscribe.